People fell in love with Katie Holmes on Dawson's Creek, and now she's making a real name for herself on the big screen. Now, in Pieces of April, Katie plays the black sheep of her family who's trying to make amends by fixing Thanksgiving dinner for them. Only they don't think very highly of her. Take a look.
Where did you get these?
A little salt and pepper.
I know what they're for. Where'd you get them?
From the store.
We had these when I was a kid. The one time Joey let me hold them, she said, "Be careful, they're worth more than you are."
Oh, that's terrible.
Next year they were gone.
So what happened?
A hammer I was holding fell on them.
Please welcome Katie Holmes.
Nice to meet you. You were terrific in that film.
Hi, Katie. Thank you.
The way you stuffed that turkey at one point, I said, this girl's got a future as a gynecologist.
Here, let me quickly ask a question so you don't have to listen to the answer to that one. Okay, so now you play the estranged daughter in this family, and you've invited everybody back for Thanksgiving dinner because your mother is dying of cancer. Now, you actually come from a very tightly knit family.
Yes.
What was that like for you to play somebody so rebellious?
I had a good time. I mean, it was a chance to play a character that was very different from any of the characters that I've played before, and I felt like she was very complex, and although she was perceived as the black sheep of the family, she was very sweet and very vulnerable on the inside, and I thought it was such a beautiful story that I kind of jumped at the chance.
What were your parents like watching it? I mean, you know, they have this image of you of being, you know, you appear to be really sweet and nice, and we hear that it's a tightly knit family. What did they think seeing you in that role?
I think every time they see me do anything, it's kind of like, where did she get that from? Why is she doing that? But I think they enjoyed it. Good. And my mom,
proud, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a troubled relationship between you and your mom.
Yeah.
So there's something about the two of you. There's a connection. You see it. Patty Clarkson, she's wonderful.
It looks like it was a hard set to work on, though, because you're 9 days in this tiny, dilapidated apartment. There's really no place even to sit, I understand, between takes.
Yeah.
It looked like it was miserable, was it?
Well, we shot the movie in 3 weeks total, and my part was 9 days, which is, you know, not how it's usually done. And it was a very low budget movie, so we didn't have trailers and we didn't have catering or anything, all the perks that we're used to. And I remember I kept calling my mom, like, Mom, it's so cool, you know, I'm making this underground film, and, you know, I'm really being an actor now. And by the third day, I was like, Mom, I'm over it. You know, we're all sharing a bathroom. It's horrible, you know.
Bring back the trailer.
Bring back forget this artistic stuff.
Joy was talking about you having your hands in the turkey. I mean, and you really are stuffing the turkey. Yep. Now, for 9 days, it seems like for 7 of your shooting days, your hands were in the turkey.
Yeah.
What y'all having for Thanksgiving, babe?
Exactly.
Not turkey.
Dominoes.
Are you cooking this? I mean, can you cook? Are you cooking for your family?
No, I have the important job of Wednesday night. My best friend Megan and I, we sit in my mom's kitchen and we taste the stuffing and add the sage and the
Oh, that's
pepper.
a good job.
Yeah, exactly. That's 5 pounds there.
Not bad.
You gotta be quick. You gotta know when it's coming out of the oven.
Good girl.
Katie, you lived in Wilmington, North Carolina, right? Where Dawson Creek was filmed. You lived there 6 years. And now you're living in Los Angeles. So what do you miss about small town America?
Well, you know, I moved to Wilmington right out of high school, and I'm from Ohio, so I went from, you know, very nice family environment to just another very nice family, small town, safe environment.
Nice transition.
But on the beach, it's beautiful.
And
it's on the beach.
I lived on the beach, so I kind of miss, you know, the ducks crossing the road and, you know, nobody honking. And in LA, it's like as soon as I pick up my phone to make a phone call, I'm suddenly trying to turn left and cutting somebody off, and it's like, where's Wilmington? People knew I was coming then, and they got out of the way.
Did you have any North Carolina barbecue while you were there?
I had a fried turkey one year.
Good girl.
That's good.
And hush puppies?
Oh, yes, and fried pickles.
Oh, I haven't had that.
What?
Yeah, that is
Fried pickles.
You mean they just dropped the pickle in hot oil?
I don't know. They're like hamburger dills, and they're like little chips.
Really?
You dip them in ranch.
Ooh.
They're
And you
Sounds
wonder
good.
why my hips were like that. I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, you were what part?
Yeah, just outside of Charlotte.
Very
I love
nice.
Carolina.
The other movie that you're in actually is The Singing Detective with Robert Downey Jr. and you were with him in Wonder Boys a few years back.
Yes.
He's just terrific. What is it like to work with him? And is there any difference between doing that movie and this one? I know he's evolved a lot since then.
Yeah, well, during Wonder Boys, it was such a fun experience for me because I was the youngest in the cast, and we all were very close. We all were in the same hotel, and the shoot took a long time, so we all hung out all the time. But I never worked with Robert, and so for The Singing Detective, it was really fun to be in a couple scenes
With
with
him.
him. Yeah, and he's amazing. So I was just very nervous just to try to keep up and not be a disappointment.
He's a great
I'm sure
actor,
you
but he's
were,
got
yeah.
troubles, the guy, you know? He's always trouble, but he's a wonderful actor.
He's a really amazing human
Yeah,
being. It's just a pleasure to be around
Well,
him.
we think you were amazing in this movie, so I just really want to thank you for coming. Thanks to Katie Holmes. Pieces of
thank you.
April is in theaters now, so also look for Katie in The Singing Detective, and we'll be right back.
Friday, Courtney